might say, an educated wish, because I have not seen the second Deadpool, or honestly, I don't remember the first one either. But recently went into the theaters to just check it out of boredom, honestly. Not having any expectations, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. Never watched Wolverine. Haven't watched much Marvel either, but still a pretty good watch. So let's open these cards up and see what they have to offer, as nothing short of the expectations so far. And for those of you who haven't watched it, honestly, check it out. You'll probably enjoy it regardless. So those are our cards, an extra couple jokers. So let's put them back in their box and continue on our solitaire journey to 1000. Ooh, and that's a nice feel so far, but I think the durability might be a little compromised already. Yeah, they really smell like a fresh stack of paper. You remember? Or have you ever been the paper boy or girl in elementary school, where you were sent down to the main office to get a fresh stack of paper or something that was just copied, and it just had this very strong tree smell to it, but a little bit off? That's exactly what this is like. Alright, not a bad looking start. Let's go for it. Triple fours, kinda tough, but we'll manage. The aces are pretty nice. And I think that was our third play, or just about anyway. Not too bad. So something I always liked about Deadpool was just the look of the character. It just seemed very fitting, and I don't know why, it just appealed to me. Not a lot, but enough to just enjoy the design for the most part. And I think we're done, as there's nowhere for that ace, thankfully, somewhere for that 3, and we stay alive. 9, my bad. Just realized I said ace. And I also realized when I asked you your favorite part of the movie, obviously, people don't like spoilers, understandably. So, if you did leave a comment let's just kind of go random as we get our first fat stack of the night. So feel free to leave your favorite part. And maybe just leave something that you could believe that happened but didn't. So pretty much make something up to cover up your favorite moments if someone hasn't seen it. Nothing is spoiled, and they'll be thinking, what the heck is this movie about? Like I'm gonna do. So my favorite part, one of my favorite parts in the movie. Ooh, let me think about this actually. There's so many. Wolverine's introduction was probably the coolest moment in the movie. Second fat stack, by the way. Like if you're gonna make an entrance with the main character, that's how it's done. Just keep it simple. And speaking of entrances, Channing Tatum and Wesley Snipes. That was pretty fun. And I think we might be done with our first game. But there's still a chance. A very good chance. Let's find out if we can make it. Nowhere for that jack and nowhere for that 6. Because it is the 2 of spades and 3 of spades. Unfortunately, we have nowhere else we can go. Tough way to start it. 2 fat stacks, nothing else kicking in, but still a nice start. Double 5s, and that's it. Let's go with a casino shuffle. Well, tonight has a little bit of a story time. Surprisingly, just out of the blue. So while we deal out game number 2, let's talk about that. So if you're wondering why there was a little cut or transition real quick, it's because my dogs started to howl very loudly. Nothing uncommon, really. Typically, police sirens that last longer than 10 seconds will do that. But tonight, it was a bit different. So, honestly, I didn't hear the sirens beforehand, and they caught me off guard with the dog howling. And after I paused it, or stopped the recording till now, and we resumed, it's probably been about 20 minutes. And what was very unusual is, you know how when police sirens blare, they have a siren noise and then kind of like a chirping, a fast siren-like chirp. Well, that was all that was happening for about a good 5 minutes, and I thought that was a bit unusual. And obviously, we can't have an episode with that type of noise in the background. So I got curious. Maybe it was a car alarm, a store alarm, something along those lines. So my girlfriend and I went outside to check what it was about, which is pretty funny. We're both in our pajamas at 3 a.m., about in the morning, a little later, walking through the street as we have triple tens. Lucky us. And the sirens were still going very strong. And then they stopped right when we got to our little spot where we would camp out to see what was going on. And it sounded very close, within a quarter block away as we get to our third fat stack. And we noticed some activity. So there was a weird guy pacing up and down the side of this daycare area. And police cars, about 3 of them, left this parking lot next to a gas station, as that's the end of game number 2. Now we're for that 5, 4, and lastly 6 last play to make on to game 3. This guy was there the whole time we were watching for probably about 15 minutes. Maybe it's been longer than 20. And a whole bunch of cars were just scattering after the police left. And you would think, if it were anything like street racing, no triplets, or something about an altercation, the police would have been there longer. But it was just kind of off. So after the police left, about 9 different cars came out of this very small area with people just kind of wandering around, jumping into cars. And then this one guy still pacing up and down the wall near the daycare area. It was very unusual. We listened to the police scanner radio and nothing really came up. I don't know, just one of those interesting occurrences. Obviously, I didn't think there was much danger because we wouldn't have gone outside. I often catch myself feeling that, I guess the best way to put it, the white person urge to explore danger from a horror movie. And that's kind of what we did. Just went out there, barefoot, no weapon, just seeing what was happening. The only people in the neighborhood doing that. Just watching all these people scatter around like rice. No, rats and mice. Very weird. It's kind of funny too. We these 9s and 10s so far. Jump this king or Wolverine over there. By the way, Wolverine is pretty cool. I didn't realize I would like his character. Put down our third king. And we look to be, oh, we just did fat stack number 5 in game 3. Well, isn't that interesting? Ace number 2. I know we can make a play, but let's be a little patient. And our patience is rewarded. With not just one, but our 4th ace. So nowhere for that 3, kind of 6. 6 or 4. Ooh, wow. So close to a perfect game, my friend, but not in this one. But let's see if we could still get ourselves a win. Uh-oh. Triple sixes throw a wrench in that. 3, 4, 4. We're stuck with a 7. Ooh, I think we might be done. No way. So, we can only play this 5. That 6 cuts us off, so despite many fat stacks, luck has been a bit tight as we know for that 6, 6, or 7. And we move on to game number 4. With only one card left, the 7 of spades. Shuffle, casino, number 2. And while we're at it, let's get into our rating for this deck. So, durability, it's not as bad as I initially thought. A decent amount of control. You can't be too rough with them, so take that in consideration. A very thin deck of cards, for sure. What else? A typical Theory 11 art design for a themed deck. Not complaining. Fitting card themes for a Deadpool themed deck. design. So nothing too bad. Lots of goods. I think a 7.5 is fair for this one. No real complaints, just kind of feels like a nice addition to the collection. And a fun one to play with the friends. All 4 aces. Will this be the time we close it with our third play? And we must wait for that right there. Well, this is kind of odd. Our 6th fat stack of the night, yet we still haven't received a win, or earned a win, to better phrase it. So again, third play. Next round. I think we might be good for a little bit. I'm mainly worried about our lack of kings. But one of those worries, wow, triple queens. Oh no. Oh no, I thought a mistake was gonna fix itself, but it didn't. Or it isn't. I thought that was a black queen. Well, technically, you know what I mean. Dang it. But let's just play what if. So what should have been done was this play. I think. No. Something's weird here. But obviously, it wasn't in the cards for this one because somehow we managed to have triple queens and triple jacks in our hand. Nowhere to go. Play that 2, play that 3, and that 5, but still just perfectly missing any plays. So somehow we did get this black queen and this red jack and jumped over to that 10. Oh my gosh, this is frustrating. Yeah, we would have won. But that is just painful. Damn. King, and a 4, maybe. I don't know. I got a headache on that one. It's too early in the morning for this. I thought I'd have enough energy for this starting at 3. But I guess not. I was gonna throw in another educated wish joke, but honestly that's pretty stupid. Anyway, final game of the night. Regardless, 6 fat stacks thus far. Incredible. And why not, for those of you doing our little secret thing, let's add our phrase to be DP for Deadpool. Let's see DP down below and leave your little doodle if you'd like, or just your name, and we'll see what's to come. Alright, let's get a freaking win at this point. almost let out an expletive. But there was control. And somehow, we have a little bit of a recovery. Wow. I guess triplets is another theme for tonight. And our third play from our hand. It seems like we should have much more going for ourselves with how many times we've had all the aces in our possession. We're at 3, but we're knocking on 4. We'll wait. Come on, let's see a red queen. Looks like we are stuck. Oh, there was a red queen. And there is a red queen as we get our 6th, or is it 7th at this point? I don't even know. Somebody tell me how many fat stacks we have, because tonight is a special one in that category. Almost another. And I believe we already made our 3rd play. So once again, we must wait. Here we are once again, stuck with a 7. Can we finally put it away? Or will we be doomed in our final game? Alright, we're missing the 6 of clubs. 7, 8. So clubs and hearts. Clubs and hearts. We don't have the freaking 8 of spades. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Son of a bitch. That's it. We lost after all of that. What are the final cards? You know what? It's kind of fitting of how crappy tonight has been with our chances. We should have won at least one of those. Yet we somehow miss on all of them. That's shocking. Anyway, my friend, very tough one tonight. Deadpool deck really gave us the middle finger. And that's it.